Talk about waiting to the last minute. Come on up. I'm off duty. Well, I hope I have time tomorrow. That is gorgeous brew. Oh my God. Where do you work? Oh, so it's just a little minor labor.
Just launches himself.
I'm sure it is a blessing and a curse having a family business.
Sure.
Can't make it up. Well, oh, okay, yeah. I'd be in awe too.
Alright, how's that?
They like fairly young, yeah. They stay in the longer grass. Not quite as long as that.
Every day. Boy, that's like that's a lot of food.
We're like,
It's like a javelin.
yep.
Can't make this up, huh?
I like
That's all you need.
He's like, wow.
first and second year doing that. No. Like, he was on his last leg at that point.
Yeah, everybody has their own way to do it. I usually have this like little sock thing.
Hey, how you doing, Coach? Caleb? Hey, Adonis.
Have like
Good to see you. Caleb.
cards and like Anthony, how much do they do? Well, your food's everywhere, but maybe it's
Yeah, you learn how to referee. Yeah, that's what I was like.
you know they always see it.
I don't know. Again, this is I don't know if I won like win that team. So
Hey! I got it. What's your name? I'm Abby. Oh, they switched you over to the Oh, no.
Walking down.
Yeah. You're good. Hey, color your books. I did last time sometime. That was pretty cool, right?
Ladies, you guys
I'm
ready?
sure it is. Probably not as sturdy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to McPherson Stadium at Brian Clark Soccer Complex for tonight's match between USL-W and the North Carolina Fusion. North Carolina Fusion has spirited onto the field tonight by the Blue Jays and the Dragonflies. Good team. Good team. Tonight's starting lineup. First, for Rose FC. Number 1, Emily Earl. Number 2, Kylie Norris. Number 7, Arthur Moon. Number 8, Dom Maddox. Number 9, Melissa Hunt. Number 10, Nicole Waddle. Number 11, Paul Balarusa. Number 12, Kyle Hayes. Number 14, McKenna Benitez. Number 16, Alia Arndt. Number 21, Sydney Garcia. Number 22, Shannon Redhouse. And now the starting lineup for the North Carolina Fusion. Now please rise. Both the right side of the stadium and the flag, and we will have to go out and also the playing of the national anthem. Special welcome tonight to Savannah and Felicity Farrell. Savannah and Felicity Farrell in the house tonight.
Welcome, everybody, to Greensboro, North Carolina, where we have today's action in the USL-W. the South Atlantic Division between the NC Fusion and the visiting Wake FC squad. Fourth game of the season for both teams, as just still getting underway, getting the feet under us here in the early part of the season in late May. Fusion so far unbeaten through 3 games, 2 wins and a draw, so things have started well. Wake, meanwhile, just 2 games into their season and have not picked up a point just yet. So as the teams get ready to get underway, we'll give you the starting lineup first for the home side for the Fusion. Bit of a 4-3-3 formation that you'll see deployed out there. First up in goal for the Fusion, wearing number 1, as the goalkeepers often do, Anna Hamner out of Elon. Across the back line, from left to right, as we believe it will be situated, Abigail Fuska on the left. In the middle, the pairing, Abby Wise and Katie Lowe. And on the right side, Victoria Moser out of Virginia Tech. Through the midfield, Maddie Bokum, paired alongside Wake Forest youngster Emily Silva, hoping to get a little more time next season under head coach Tony DeLuz. And routing it out, Gabby Hoschek. Along the front, Molly Witterick and Aaron Gabriel on the wings, and through the middle, Tori Paul, who has been prolific so far this season. For Wake, in goal, Emily Earls, a freshman starting at NC State. Kylie Morris, Kendall Fletcher-White, Anissa Ampt. Excuse me, I have to correct myself a little bit there. As we get ourselves underway, NC Fusion get us started. It is Wake FC in the blue and Fusion in the white with the red shorts and black numbers. Wake looking for their first points of the season. So it is Emily Earls in goal for Wake FC, Anissa Ampt and Shannon Leggert, the 2 central defenders. Dom Babbitt back there as well. She has the ball now through into midfield for Nicole Waters. And Waters turns the ball over. Nearly winning it back, though, for Wake. And now it's collected by Fusion. Well worked by Hoschek in midfield to control. High press early on for the visitors. Beautiful day here in Greensboro. Beautiful evening, I should say. Here's Tori Paul on the ball. Good possessional work by Paul. Looks to filter the ball down the left. It's just a little strong. And goes out of play. Paul has 9 international caps for Trinidad and Tobago, the senior team, and does have an international goal. Plays for Maryland. They say this is an NC Fusion corner, which is interesting. They have gone off a blue shirt while that was being marshaled out of play. Looked like it was Paul's pass. It was just a little hot to handle. Just 2 minutes gone by here in the first half. Kyle Bond with you here in Greensboro. Header free in the box. Won by Lowe. Blocked away at the end of it. And now Wake looking to counter. Good step forward by Lowe's center back partner, Wise. That was a necessary intervention. And now a weak effort collected easily by Earls in goal. Abby Wise, the defender who was left back to prevent the counter, and she stepped up well to do just that. comes Wake. Looking for that long ball. Wise giving chase, just able to get there in time ahead of Tori Della Peruta. Not cleared just yet. Sent back forward. Della Peruta can't handle it. And the offside flag is up. Wouldn't have counted anyways. May recognize that name, Tori Della Peruta, if you're a fan of women's soccer in this state. Her sister Talia, a regular starter for North Carolina Chapel Hill, where Tori also plays. Talia, a regular as well for the U.S. women's under-20 side, and was considered on the fringes of the U.S. senior team. Still could end up breaking through once this World Cup cycle is concluded. Obviously, difficult to make it into the squad when there is a World Cup imminent. Should be an exciting tournament in a couple of months. Down under. They are in Australia and New Zealand for the Women's World Cup this summer. Plenty of time to talk about that today. Focus, though, on the match here in front of us. Still no score through 4 minutes and change. Wake controlling the ball possessionally pretty well here to start things off. Just have not been able to find Della Peruta just yet. She's a bit isolated up front, playing more of a 4-5-1 formation, are Wake FC. Good one-touch passing here. Springs through the middle. Nicole Waters. Now here's Della Peruta down the left. She's got lots of support. Looks to take on a defender one-on-one. Top of the area. Shot from McKenna Dominguez is blocked off. Not cleared yet. Still looking for an opening. Moving down the right side. Entry pass is rejected, and now a foul will relieve the pressure. Sydney Garcia is whistled. Excellent buildup for Wake FC here early on. They've done that one-touch passing a couple of times, and it has put the Fusion under pressure. Ball stays in play, and this is a chance for the Fusion. Here's Paul looking for a teammate. Good step. Dispossesses Paul and gives Wake back possession. Dom Babbitt with the intervention. Both teams looking to control the ball, and now the Fusion have it. Nice dummy in the middle by Hoschek. Lets it roll all the way out wide to the left. Ball looking for Gabriel, who has shaded up into the middle. Taken away by Wake. Gabriel has it back now. Dominguez through the middle, now out wide to the left. Anissa amped, filters it back into the middle. Dominguez sends it up to the left. Waters. Nicole Waters has been influential at the top of that midfield 5 early on. Now a wayward back pass gives it to Aaliyah Amped. Here's Waters looking for the deep cross. Sends it in near the penalty area. Found the head of Della Peruta, it looked like, but defended well. Offside flag is up. Referee's going to let it run with advantage. Heavy touch, contested in midfield, stays with the Fusion. Aisha Means Into the middle with Kai Hayes. Means now filters it back, and Wake can keep control. Wake FC have controlled most of these first 8 minutes so far. Long ball for Della Peruta. Again, Wise with the intervention. Abby Wise has done well to step forward and prevent that long ball. Good charge to the middle by Moser. Now into centrally for Paul. Looped up down the left side. Does find a white shirt. Here's Haschek. And Haschek will recycle possession. Both sides still working on their link play from midfield to the forward line. Here's Waters again. She's been able to find space off the ball and give her teammates options. Sends it down to the left. Dominguez one-on-one with the defender onto her right foot. I think that was more of an entry feed than a shot, but either way, it's blocked. Shannon Leggert now into the attacking third. Looped up down the other side. There's a free attacker there. Good goalkeeping to come off her line and prevent the shot, because it seemed like Aaliyah Amped may have latched onto that. That's really the best chance on either end that these two teams have had so far through the opening 10 minutes. Taken away again by Wake FC. Moving into the middle, Dom Babbitt. Here is Amped. Filtered through for Della Peruta. Can't connect. It's been the theme for both attacking sides so far. Just can't quite link up with the striker. Looks like the Fusion almost playing with this like false nine type of formation. Really no central striker, the two wingers trying to pinch in, and whoever can moves forward. Foul in a dangerous position. This will be what amounts to essentially a corner for the Fusion. You can see Tori Paul in the number 9. She is theoretically the central striker, but is dropping very, very deep into midfield on the buildup. And then Aaron Gabriel on the right and Molly Witterick on the left both have attacking duties. Whoever is on the opposite side of the field will pinch in. Ball floated in the middle dangerously. Headed clear. That was necessary because there was a white shirt there ready to meet it. Looked like Kitty Lowe was the target. Another entry feed is sent away. Emily Silva was the target that time. Fusion maintaining possession. Taken away by Wake. Very positive start for Wake FC overall in midfield. Here's Della Peruta with her back to goal. Sends it to the far side. There's Sydney Garcia. Garcia floating into the ball into the middle of the penalty area. Della Peruta hadn't been able to recover and give her a target. She had been dropping deep to keep possession, holding play up, and just not able to get into an attacking position in time to meet that delivery. Maybe a bit much to expect her to have been in that position. Garcia had only just received the pass from Della Peruta near the center circle. Fusion going long ball now. There's Tori Paul looking to meet it, but instead corralled by Leggert. Wake midfield doing very well again to maintain possession. Down to the left, just a bit overcooked for Anissa Amped. But again, the build-up play and the connecting in the middle of the field is impressive. Makes it very, very difficult for that Fusion midfield to even find out who's next on the ball. Number of these players all play for UNC Chapel Hill, meaning they've played together for quite a while. Great ball through the middle to McKenna Dominguez. Dominguez, one of those Tar Heel players. Kept in play. Good work by Della Peruta, but she's dispossessed. Still in play down there in the corner, and now Della Peruta commits the foul. Number of Chapel Hill players on the field right now. Aisha Means, Tori Della Peruta, Kai Hayes, McKenna Dominguez, all, excuse me, UNC players. Nice first touch off the chest by Paul, but then can't find a teammate. Collected anyways, and then given right back. Della Peruta tried to nutmeg her defender, but it didn't come off. Paul with a skillful attempt to try and get around her defender, but also did not work. So both sides trying to get a little bit silky smooth and coming up just short. 15 minutes gone by, no score. And Paul called for the foul. Maybe a little bit of a push there. Anytime you extend that arm, referee's going to keep a close eye on it. Here's Waters now dropping deep for Wake. Given away, and the Fusion will try to counter. They do not have numbers and now have to recycle. What the Wake FC midfield has done exceptionally well so far in this game is the counter press. Every time they lose the ball, they don't retreat and get compact. Instead, they are challenging every time they lose the ball, and it has worked out well here. Leah Amped steals it away. She's got help, lots of help. Takes on a defender, cuts back onto her left. Amped into the middle. Waters, heavy touch, or else that's the opening goal. Nicole Waters had all day to shoot and the entire goal to shoot at all alone at the penalty spot, but unfortunately could not handle the pass. Those are the fine lines at this level of the game. First touch is so hugely important. Ball rolls wide for Sydney Garcia. Garcia with the long ball into the middle. Goalkeeper comes out to punch. Can't get it clear just yet. Excellent block through the middle by Abby Wise. Wise has been there to save the home side's bacon a couple of times so far through the opening 17 minutes. Anna Hamner came out and did not get both fists to the punch. Corner for Wake FC, their first of the game. Right-footed outswinger. Good header and blocked away. That may have been going just wide as well by Della Peruta, but either way, it was a dangerous attempt. Down the left goes Wake FC again. Defended by Victoria Moser. Another nice move by Paul. Lost it, then gets it back. She's down to the turf. Fusion maintained possession. Here's a good counterattack opportunity. Through the middle, one-on-one. And now here's a breakaway attempt. Is this the opening goal for the Fusion? No. Stolen away, not quite yet at least, and a save. Excellent stop by Emily Earls. It appeared, at least initially, that Molly Witterick had been dispossessed, but she got herself back on the ball and worked a shot. But Emily Earls just got a piece of the effort and allowed her defenders to recover.
You can tuck in a little bit more compacted. Josh, open up body. Come drag her over, Maddie. Come drag her over a little bit.
Ouch, off the face and out of play. Dom Babbitt taking one for the team. Into the 20th minute, no score just yet. Both sides have had good chances so far, one each really, and Babbitt needs some attention, believes she has a nosebleed. Took the ball right to the face about 30 seconds ago and needs some medical attention. They have just instituted into the professional game the concussion sub, which has been needed for quite a while. Don't think that's necessary here, but surely will get checked out anyways. For now, Wake FC down to 10 players. The concussion sub is such an excellent addition to the game at any level. Can replace a player temporarily without requiring a substitute. It's not like that at the highest level of the men's game, but they've started to get there. They do have a concussion sub in the highest level of the men's game. It just isn't quite what it is at other levels where you can bring a player on and then bring them off with no punishment of any kind. At the highest level, you just essentially get an extra sub window, but the player who comes out does still have to sit out for the rest of the game. So it is still a traditional sub, but you get an additional one for the concussion. At other levels, they have allowed players to come off, get evaluated, be replaced, and then come back on if they're cleared. I think that will probably make its way into the upper echelon of the professional ranks eventually. Just may take some time. Corner for Fusion here. They are still a player up. Does not beat the first defender. Would need a bit better of a delivery next time. Here comes Dom Babbitt, patched up and ready to come back onto the field.
She was just a little drizzler. Oh, yeah, that guy would not stop.
Fusion able to maintain possession for a significant amount of time here. Deep ball into the penalty area. It was an awkward bounce for Emily Earls in goal, but she was able to recover before Tori Paul could latch onto that. Looked like Earls was a bit stuck between trying to catch that before it bounced or finding it after. Drop kick for Earls. Don't see that very often in the game anymore. Good pressure by Witterick. And the Fusion maintain possession. Abby Hoschek now out wide left. Haven't heard much from Abigail Fuska just yet. Been quiet on that left flank. She's one of the more decorated players on this team. Out of play for a Fusion throw. Abby Fuska graduated from the Elon team last year, an all-CAA first team member, and 4th all-time at Elon for an outfield player in both games played and games started. So a very veteran player. Out for a Fusion corner here. See if they can work a better delivery than last time. Look like Torrey Paul will take this.
If you can stay high, still have to have somebody like in range, but that doesn't mean that we can't improvise as well, though.
Paul with a left-footed in-swinger. Good delivery. Punched away momentarily, but that left Earls out of her goal, and a heavy touch from Paul. She knew that was an opportunity to send it back into the box there if she could get it on her right foot. Good delivery off that corner from Torrey Paul. It was just out of reach of the goalkeeper to be dangerous, but close enough that a couple of white jerseys were looking to pounce on that. Both teams have come close off corner kicks. Good counter here by Wake has seen them now quickly into the attacking third. Waters, she had really the best look on goal for Wake so far, but could not pull the trigger. Through the legs of Della Peruta, that's unlucky. And recollected by Kai Hayes. Another deep delivery into the box. That's not what Wake will be looking for. Easily into the hands of Anna Hamner. No score through about 25 minutes. Both these teams capable of scoring goals. Wake have not collected a point so far through 2 games of the season, but they have scored in both their games to start the year. And the Fusion have as well. Goals in all 3 of their games, with 2 wins and a draw to start the year. So neither of these teams have been shut out yet early in the season.
Where did that open up? Did that open up Asha? Use her.
Shannon Leggett was just looking for an option there. Had nothing. Now Wake into the attack. Della Peruta and Waters playing 1-2, trying to go back to each other. Ball into the air. Look out. Miscommunication by the goalie and the defense. Not away just yet. Chipped back into the area. Here's Waters again. A heavy touch lets her down. She had another opportunity to shoot there from the top of the penalty area. Did well to recover the loose ball, but again, a heavy touch. Nicole Waters has been very close to pulling the trigger with a couple of open opportunities given away there. Wayward pass, Torrey Paul. They have numbers 4v4 here for the Fusion. To the left, evaded a defender. Here's Wick. Right-footed delivery. Gabriel. Paul looking to shoot from distance there. Completely whiffed on shot. Recovered by Fusca. Here's Witterick. One-on-one with the defender, and Witterick called for the foul.
Good, Tori. Well done. Go with it.
Good pressure down the right by Victoria Moser. Won the ball back for the Fusion, but it's given away again in midfield. Here comes Wake. Option down the left. That's exactly where they go. McKenna Dominguez had lots of space. The pass sent her a little bit to the corner. Played well with Waters for the shot. Good save. On the third good look from Nicole Waters, she finally pulls the trigger. Maybe wanted a little bit more elevation on the shot, but it's still on frame and tested Anna Hamner, who was up to the task. The off-ball movement from Nicole Waters has gotten her in a lot of good positions. Now here's a counterattack opportunity after it was given away, and a weak effort does not test Hamner, who is down to collect that. Aaliyah Amped snatched it away and had lots of options to her left, but tried to take on two defenders instead and could not get a good shot off. Good boot into the center circle. Paul looking for a teammate. Emily Silva on the overlap has been a good option for the Fusion to allow the Fusion to press. She's been in midfield most of the time, but has been sent forward to allow Paul then to come back with her back to goal. Witterick filters it back. You can see this Wake FC side does not retreat into a defensive shape. They are ready to pounce with the counter press. And they've won it back again here. Good possessional work by Kai Hayes. She hits the circle button. Big switch to the left. Left-footed cross, headed away. Not entirely yet. Chance to shoot, blocked away. Ball just was not bouncing well to allow Anissa Amp to get that shot off. Instead, here she is again. Wrong-footed the goalkeeper with that cross, but there was nobody at the far post to meet it. It's going to come back at the Fusion. Waters with the cross, nearly to the head of Della Peruta, but cleared instead by the Fusion. Oh, hard foul here, and the game's first yellow card is issued to Kai Hayes. Coaching staff says it's the first foul for Hayes, but was preventing a counterattack, the referee says, which brings us the game's first yellow card right on the half-hour mark. Certainly not for accumulation there, but instead for the nature of the foul. Just a little bit late, looking to dispossess the counter. Fusion did look like they were breaking with numbers, or at least intending to. Referee took no time in deciding that was a bookable offense. First half hour has been a tactical battle, if nothing else, but both sides have had half chances. Ball down the left, and the offside flag is up.
Looking a little more. He's seeing that line. There, they're going to serve it. Step 1 yard, make sure. He knows he's off, just make sure of it.
Wake FC with maybe a bit of a better first 30 minutes than the Fusion if you were to grade each side out so far. And they have a corner here as we reach the 32nd minute in this first half. Both sides have been of good quality, just missing a little bit of that ruthlessness in the final third, or maybe the sharpness, if you will. Good corner just over the head of Aaliyah Amped, who undercut that ball maybe a little too much. But she snatches it away here. Again, that counter press works well for Wake FC. Waters with the shot is blocked. Right-footed effort over the bar. McKenna Dominguez from the top of the penalty area just can't get it on frame. Neither goalkeeper has been heavily involved through the opening half hour or so. Anna Hamner made one good save down low. But otherwise, the good attacking moments for either side have just been missing the eventual shot. Moving forward is Kai Hayes. Good vertical ball, nearly unlocked that Fusion defense, but Della Peru able to get onto it. Vertical balls can be so dangerous when they find the space between the defenders. It's just off the mark for Asia Means. And now the Fusion can look to counter. That has been where their best attacks have come from, the counter. Square ball not there. And it fizzles out. Erin Gabriel looking to square it for Tori Paul, who is trailing the play as she has a lot so far. Fusion caught unaware a bit. Here's Waters. Lots of space in front of her. Now it's closed down. She splits two defenders. Loses out for a moment. Left-footed effort just over the crossbar. Aaliyah amped. Getting her boot through it, but just can't keep it down. Success playing out of the back. Fusion have had less success. Able to make it to midfield here. Tori Paul in possession or back to goal. Good hold-up play from Paul. She gets it back. Has to do a bit of emergency clearing. And now she is trying to stop this move forward. No room for the shot there. Ball into the box. Cleared away momentarily. Chance for Waters. Not there. Della Peruta over the bar. Again, the Fusion with unable to clear the ball. Falls right at the feet of Nicole Waters, who did well not to take the shot because it was closed off by a defender. Instead, squared it for Della Peruta, who had to kind of one-time it with her left foot. Got a little too much on it.
Next one a little bit, Tori. A little jog that direction. Compact the space, compact the space. See how deep she got? She did that time on the ball. Left shoulder, Mark. There you go. Go on now, go on.
Fusion just without numbers forward. Have not been able to put anything sustained together in the attacking third. At least not compared to what Wake FC have been able to do.
Change your speed.
Dominguez down the left. Della Peruta just can't reach it. Looks like that went out of play. It did.
Good try, good idea that one.
Fusion again trying to build from the back. They have really struggled with this press.
Go together, girls. Go together.
Oh, the dummy was there. for Molly Witterick, but I'm not entirely sure it was intentional, and so she wasn't expecting it to be available. Turn around a defender. Here is Aaliyah, who has been very influential in this attacking third. Gets around a defender, right-footed shot. It was awkward for Anna Hamner, bounced right in front of her, and all she could do was parry it. Good save. Eventually, the danger evaporates. Anna Hamner has had to make a couple saves down low to her right, and she's been up to task so far.
Spread out. The pack. Anajado. It's 1v1 here. Well done. Time.
Wake win it back in field yet again. The layoff from Della Peruta just a bit short for Waters. And now the Fusion can break. Witterick, who has switched wings from left to right, working on two defenders, and she loses. She has no help, has her palms to the air, wondering, what do you want me to do with that? Good tackle by Abby Wise, which stops the chance momentarily, but it's still going to come at the Fusion. Good central ball, right-footed shot is blocked. Della Peruta uses her hand to control that. Got a good shot off, and Hamner made a great save, but definitely used her left hand to control that.
Come on, Blue. Stay out of girls. She's going 2v1 there.
5 minutes ago before halftime.
Nicole, see the shift? The midfielder on this side.
We've got 5 minutes. We'll talk about it at halftime.
Easily be a booking. Right there.
Fusion just do not have the numbers forward to maintain possession. Good step forward by Victoria Moser. But again, it just falls to a blue shirt who's seemed to have 12 or 13 players on the field. Every move forward. Here is Waters. Closed down by a couple of defenders, but she's able to get it out wide left. Dominguez. Amped. Loses out. And that goes out for a Fusion throw. Nisa Amped not terribly happy with that call, but it did look like it went off her last.
Safer. Go to goal, boy. Go to goal.
It's taken away. Amped, right-footed shot. Necessary block. She could not effectively take the space after having dispossessed Maddie Bokum. Della Peruta tried to turn on goal. Shot comes in, is blocked. Right-footed effort is blocked, and that's a penalty. Penalty for a handball and a yellow card will give Wake FC the chance to go in front here early on. Couldn't tell from up here in the booth whether that hit the chest or the arm of Maddie Bokum, but the referee didn't even need a half second to make that call. Blew the whistle immediately and showed Bokum a booking. So the first yellow card for the Fusion and a chance from the spot. It will be Della Peruta, Tori Della Peruta with the penalty. Referee doing all the housekeeping. Della Peruta with the right foot, slotted home. Hamner made the right decision, but just a little late on the dive. And Tori Della Peruta puts Wake FC up 1-0 here in the 43rd minute.
So 2 minutes here. keep playing the same way. Can you get another? Can you get another blue?
Again, the Fusion trying to build from the back. It just has not worked for them so far. With possession so far, Moser, now Tori Paul, all the way back into a defensive midfield pot. She looks very frustrated with the lack of space that the Fusion have been afforded so far today. They have it wide left. This is good attacking movement. Aaron Gabriel. Gabriel dispossessed, but will win a corner. Wake coaching staff arguing that was actually off Gabriel. It was defended by Shannon Leggard, who also had a couple of questionable looks to the referee on that call. Will be a corner here for the Fusion, who are looking to respond immediately to the opening goal. 1-0, Wake FC leading NC Fusion on a penalty by defender, but it's marshaled out again for another attempt. Leggard with the necessary intervention there. It's Manny Bokum who is sending the set piece delivery in. Couple of targets there. Emily Silva is available in the middle. So is Katie Lowe. Witterick is shaded at the back post as well. Into the middle, headed wide. I think that's a third corner. It is. That was headed clear by a defender. It was Aaron Gabriel who rose to meet it for the Fusion, but did not get her head to it. So a third consecutive corner. Tori Paul will take this one from the near side. Wake setting their defensive marks. Left-footed in-swinger. It's trouble for the goalkeeper who can't get her head to it, but will be cleared eventually by Waters. Fusion have done a good job on those corners a couple of times of when the delivery's a little close to the goalkeeper who might be able to collect the ball, the attackers crowd the goalkeeper and don't let her get up to grab the initial delivery, and that makes things a bit messy. Here's Wake moving forward into the attack. Aaliyah Amped on the ball. Vertically to the feet of Dominguez. Dominguez wants a shot, just no space for it. Tried to find Della Peruta with her left, but it's cleared away. Waters with a long distance effort just over the crossbar.
No counters, girls. Safe, both sides.
Witterick has it snatched away. This will be a Fusion throw. Or excuse me, a Wake throw. Della Peruta, Waters. Trying to play the 1-2. Long boot can't find Paul. And that is halftime. Wake FC, arguably a deserved lead here at the break. 1-0 on the penalty taken by Tori Della Peruta in the 43rd minute. But they really did dominate at least the latter stages of that first half, if not most of it. Controlled possession and hampered the Fusion with a counter press that was very, very pacey and very well targeted. So 1-0 the score here at the break. 45 down, 45 to go here in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Bugs are everywhere, and I don't know what to do. Help me go for pest control. You're my only hope.
same-day service from Go Forth Pest Control. Schedule your appointment today.
Granite countertop, Snyder Stone. Granite countertop, Snyder Stone. Granite countertop, Snyder Stone. Kitchens and bathrooms and fireplace too. Granite countertop, Snyder Stone. Granite countertop, Snyder Stone. Granite countertop, Snyder Stone. SCHNEIDER Stone.com.
Home, where the cleats come off. Call us today or see our listings at almosthomerealtync.com.
I think that an important thing for everyone to realize is, why does sports matter? And I think that Mike Kennedy talks about it a lot, that a ball, it's a vehicle. It's an inanimate object that happens to bring people together. You know, that's why I believe that sports is the greatest platform to impact kids and families for life.
We are super excited that we're going to partner with NC Fusion for becoming their foundation support. Beyond Sports provides opportunities for kids to play sports and explore them through schools, and NC Fusion is a huge supporter of youth sports programs for kids to play. Together, I think we've created this great opportunity to provide sports for everyone in the triad.
You see these kids and you see the genuine excitement that they have when somebody interacts in their life, and you see the joy of learning how to hit a ball for the first time. It's like Christmas almost every day, because the wonder and excitement in a kid's eyes, it never gets old.
Beyond Sports is all about getting into where the kids are and being a part of their world, which obviously a lot of their world is at school. So we show up and we play.
Beyond Sports' mission is to really partner with Title I schools, elementary and middle schools specifically, to bring access to sport that they may not currently have.
We are a Title I school, and it just means that we've got over 85% of our students who live in poverty. When Beyond Sports comes on, there's this relationship that begins to happen where they're looking forward to them. And so you see this really rich relationship that we're hoping that develops hope in our students.
We're allowing kids an opportunity to serve other kids too. And the potential impact that that can have on a child's life on both sides, being served and also serving, is quite unique.
You've got different folks from North Carolina A&T, University of North Carolina at Greensboro, college athletes that are coming onto our campus.
Just giving them that exposure to say, I've worked out with college athletes, or I've been to this place, or I've been exposed to this sport. And the fact that they came out just to try it, maybe they met a new friend, maybe they heard something that may stick with them, but just the idea of exposing them to that has been really cool, and Beyond Sports has done a great job in helping us bring that vision to fruition.
When you watch these kids in our Beyond Sports programming that are participating, and you look at the volunteers and you look at the teachers, so many things are going on in their worlds
But in that moment, they're all fixated on the basketball, the soccer ball.
So we really started focusing on giving kids opportunities to play and really trying to break down those barriers of cost, opportunities, transportation, and equipment to really bring those resources to the students.
We are a Title I school, so when it's time to, say, buy uniforms or get uniforms embroidered or things of that nature, where we may fall short financially, may not be able to foot the bill for that regard, that's when Beyond Sports comes in and say, hey, we'd be able to donate these uniforms to your program. So I can say this year we've got new soccer uniforms for our girls. We've got new volleyball uniforms. We've been able to get duffel bags for the entire wrestling team.
When you pair up that relationships and exposing students to sports that they have not seen or may not experience or may not typically have had experience to, the impact is absolutely immense.
And so what makes so much sense is just this fully encompassing opportunity for us to service kids on every level.
We have the opportunity to take this mission that we had put together and then unite with what Fusion's mission is and be able to impact the community in a much broader scale.
The mission of NC Fusion's foundation is access. Our goal of NC Fusion is to provide intentional experiences through sport to positive impact families for life. And so there's a key part there that is the foundation hits on, and it's to provide access for that mission. Our Top Soccer program is a huge piece of what we do. It's for families in the community that have a kid with special needs, and we provide sport for them.
The very first session was when he was about 7 years old, and we didn't know what to expect. Neither one of us knew.
They show up and they get to just participate with a buddy, which is our typically high school players, competitive or recreation players that show up and volunteer.
And there goes my son. He took off running, and then another buddy immediately took off after him. She ran beside him for what seemed like forever. And finally, he stopped and started engaging with her and talking to her, and that blew my mind because he had never done that before. And from that point on, I was hooked.
Our partnership with Beyond Sports is going to allow us to be in the school system, provide sports for kids that perhaps might not be able to have that access.
We have always said that if we can just get people to hear the story, to see the story of what shape our schools are in or unequal access, and just show people, now this gives us a platform of a much larger percentage of people now get to see what's going on right in their backyard and see how they can help. And we're just extremely grateful and excited.
Sports to me is a universal language. Every child wants to play. Every child deserves that opportunity to go out there and run around and have fun and explore.
At the end of the day, we're not all that much different. As a child, you have a set of dreams, you have sets of goals, and you just maybe not know how to get there. But now if we can connect kids at a younger age and let them see, how different cultures live, how different cultures work, it's a melting pot in our community right now. And I think soccer's the most popular sport in the world. Again, it's an international sport. We live in an international community right here.
Would you like to play it again?
Yes, I would love to.
Would you play it at home?
If I had the materials to play hockey, of course I would.
That's awesome.
Yes, all good. Huh? I'm pretty satisfied with this. I'm also quite a smooth. Well, I was noticing, I was like, where did the literally every trainer I've ever gone to is like, you are a sweater. It's a good thing. That means your body regulates pumping. Yes, I be pumping fluids, I will say. Electrolytes. That's why I was like, I don't want to take that off because I was like, that's smart. Smart. you a little funny monster. Yeah. Oh my god. It's gross. It's like cake tackle. I played softball in college and I never realized how bad my my shin's wet, and then all of a sudden I didn't have socks on. I was like, ew. My softball friends, I'm like, I don't know how you gotta wear pants. You have to wear, not bad. Pants would kill. Well, I was a generation one before. Thank you. So hopefully that holds on. Feel good.
You just got 45 more minutes.
Clifton Williams and Liam Davies. Golfers Williams and Davies in the house tonight.
No subs at halftime.
Huh?
No subs at
No,
halftime.
this is the extra two. I'm trying to find where the other ones went.
They gave up. It was bedtime.
Yeah, I did.
So 4-6.
I was wondering what was going to happen with the little young ones.
Yeah, there's one there. One there. This is 4. There's 5. Maybe they left one.
Maybe.
And nothing's been over the fence.
No, nothing really fancy.
I'll ask Aaron if there was one behind the goal when he comes over.
Move inside, Aaron, because you're defending. Go on. Yep. Watch her run, Asha. Good step. Good attitude, Tori. Turn. Turn.
Start of the second half. 1-0 Wake FC leading on the penalty late in the first half by Tori Della Peruta. The only difference between these two sides. It will be interesting to see tactically how the two play it now here in the second half, as Wake's midfield really dominated that first half, especially as the half dragged on. They gained more and more influence in midfield. This is right here is exactly what the Fusion struggled with the most, was building through the middle from the back under pressure from this Wake midfield, which is pressing very high and very accurately.
Anthony, there's one still in the bag. Yeah, I forgot. Just in case.
I have a feeling he's
So far, the early signs are that Wake FC's midfield will continue to hold most of the possession. Waters now into the middle for Arndt and cleared away. Maddie Bokum with the clearance. It was a necessary one and a strong one. Boot to the right side. Good switch. Now here's Waters, who has controlled possession well in the attacking third. Takes it herself. There was room for it, but she just couldn't get her foot around the ball and dragged it wide. Just a few minutes into the second half. Still fine margins between these two teams. Just the one goal as a difference. And this NC Fusion team can score, as they've shown through 3 games so far this season. Arndt, right foot, had the space for that shot, but put it right at Anna Hamner, who was up to the task. Aaliyah Arndt really proving influential in midfield alongside Nicole Waters. Those two have really dominated the attacking third. Good tackle by Kai Hayes, who is on a yellow card and needs to be careful and accurate with those, but she was there. Della Peruta sends it back, now filtered out wide. Here's Aisha Means, who was quiet in the first half, but has been a target of the buildup here in the second half early on. Her cross did find a blue shirt, but just a bit high.
Keep that space in front of you to attack. Move inside, Abby. Get off the sideline. Get off the sideline, Abby. Now to hit it. Sid, keep this one in front of you too, Sid. Keep this one in front of you. Make it run. Let's make it work. Go on now. Stay.
Good possessional play by the Fusion. Maybe one of the better moments they've had in this game. And then an overcooked pass by Emily Silva. It evaporates as quickly as it was created. Tough moment there. Just not the sharpness so far from the Fusion through this game that maybe we've seen so far this season.
Come on, Blue, on your toes, safe here.
They worked really hard to get that ball into the attacking third.
Watch the middle there.
In possession here.
Go side.
Aaron Gabriel. Across into the middle. That's a good horizontal feed. Emily Silva was there to meet it, but first a defender got there. Arndt through the middle. Chasing it is Dominguez. The ball was just a little out of Dominguez's reach. Or else the counter was on. Ball back with the blue shirts of Wake FC. Here is Dominguez. She's got space to her right. That's what she takes. Sydney Garcia. Garcia vertical ball. Right back to her. Squared. And stolen away. Fusion can counter now. Here's Widrick with space. Back onto the left side where she started things. And again, just not sharp enough with the build-up play. Widrick's pass just out of reach of Paul. Here's Wake. Keeping it in play. Down the right side, Dominguez. Blocked off. Probably had an option to filter it up to the top of the penalty area. Instead decided to take it herself. Good ball by Widrick. That's the pass they needed to spring this counter. And then Silva again, way too heavy with the ball.
Just rest on the ball, Blue.
You hear the Wake FC coach looking for their team up a goal and holding possessional dominance to rest on the ball.
Take it off. Let's go. Get your shape.
Hard to rest defensively, but offensively you can take moments of calm. Unfortunately for them, they gave it away on the far side. Throw not good enough for Fusion, though, and Aaliyah Arndt steals it right back. Dominguez. Good touch to control that. She's an option down the left. Instead, cuts into the middle. Here's Waters. No space for her to shoot. Loops it in. Almost to the head of Della Peruta. Can she still get there? No. It would have been close as well with the offside flag on that ball from Waters looped up high. But it did look like the defender on the near side was playing her on, and the flag never went up. Substitutions coming for Fusion as they look to gain some kind of control over this game. Keely Copper and Aislinn McGuire will come on, both into midfield. Taking a seat are Maddie Bokum and Emily Silva. Down the right side goes Sydney Garcia, defended by two white shirts, and it's out for a throw down near the corner flag. That's always a difficult task when you get the throw for either team that far deep in near the corner flag. Good move, 1-on-2 by Means. And now here's Means on the ball, skips around a defender, has to send it back into midfield. Della Peruta, right-footed shot is blocked. Means wanted to square it up with her left, but did not have the space to shoot. Garcia. Waters. Left-footed entry feed, didn't have the height to get through the defense. Now the Fusion can look the other way.
When you're closer to the middle, you can pressure that, and they can cover you. Long ball, long ball.
Rare recycle for the Fusion. Now they go deep down the left. Here's the substitute. It's McGuire. McGuire onto her right foot. Middle looking for Paul. The follow-up hit. Had power, but not precision. Goes wide left. Extremely well done by Gabby Hoschek, rising up from midfield to trail the play and latch onto that pass. It was meant for Tori Paul in the middle, but out of her reach and right into the path of Hoschek, who let it rip.
Well done. Take a moment, Leah. Leah, take a moment. Take a moment.
Foul by Fusca.
Your head all right? The ball, Shan.
Great ball from the back by Shannon Leggert, now down onto the left. Sent into the middle and into the side netting by McKenna Dominguez. She was looking to cross that horizontally to the top of the 6-yard box. It looked like Anna Hamner had it covered from a goalkeeping perspective. She was right there on her near post, and the cross could only find the side netting. Fusion again go long ball, route one, and they win a throw.
No, Leah. Talk to Nicole.
Unlucky to see that clearance go off a white shirt, and the Fusion concede a goal kick.
There, Leah. You want to watch that 6?
Aaron Gabriel is down on the far side. Referees check on her to see if she needs treatment. None called for yet. She's got some help from a pair of teammates. She's up and will continue. One back in the attacking half by the Fusion. Good recycle. Della Peruta charging over to cover. That forces the defender to go quickly. Down the other end, good pressure by the substitute Keely Copper, who has fresh legs. It's a Wake throw, but down deep in their own half. Paul, strong to win that ball. Left-footed shot from deep, and that goes wide. Tori Paul wanting a foul there. It did look like for just a split second, a Wake FC player had a handful of Tori Paul's shirt, but let go quick enough that the referee either didn't see it or didn't call it. Great work by Sydney Garcia under heavy pressure to win possession there. Her flick, unfortunately for her, was just out of reach of Nicole Waters. These Wake FC midfielders are really, really good on the ball under pressure. Means back from her wing position to collect that. It's out of play and a Fusion throw. Means marshaled that out of play like she thought it would be a Wake throw. But the referee says, no, you touched it as it went out. Referee allows play to continue, and well marshaled out by Leggert. Sometimes that's the life of a central defender. You've just got to hold the opponent off and wait for the ball to go out of play as much as possible. no matter what kind of punishment you take as a result. Fusion pressing a little higher than they did in the first half, trying to win the ball back just like Wake did, and it's causing Wake FC a few problems. This is what some fresh legs and a bit of a more aggressive counter or a more aggressive press can do, but still Wake has done well to maintain possession through for Della Peruta. Necessary intervention at the end, not out yet. Aren't over the bar. Yet again, Abby Wise is there with an extremely required and necessary intervention, dispossessing Della Peruta at the last moment before she could get her shot off. Della Peruta got back on the ball and squared it for a teammate, but what it did was force that Wake FC attack back with a worse opportunity on net. It's been a tough day for this Fusion midfield, but Abby Wise has performed admirably at the back. How to play for a Wake throw. Kyle on here with you in Greensboro, North Carolina for this USL-W match between the NC Fusion in white and red and Wake FC in blue as they attack. Out of play for a goal kick. Talked about Leggert marshaling the ball out of play on the other side under heavy, heavy pressure. How about Fusion defense showing that they can do just the same? Katie Lowe, that time, taking the punishment.
Little closer to her, Ash. You can discourage that ball if you're a little closer and a little goal side. Little goal side.
Fusca having trouble under pressure, and it's given away. Wins it back, though. Given away again. Just too many blue shirts to contend with on the ball. Good block. Stops that Wake attack. And Paul is called for the foul. Oh, nope, I'm sorry. She was offside. The crowd here in Greensboro was of the same mind as me. I thought they were calling Paul for a foul, and I'll be honest, I thought it was going to be a little soft of a call. But it was not a foul. Flag was up. Here comes Fusca, who's moved into midfield from her fullback position. That vertical ball forward for the substitute, McGuire, was picked out. Here's Paul. Another long ball, this time for Gabriel. Gabriel tries to chip. The goalkeeper goes just wide. Great attempt on the ball over the top from Tori Paul. Aaron Gabriel nearly leveled the score, and that's the thin margin in this game, as Wake FC have not really been able to capitalize on many of their good attacking moments. So while they've looked the better side, this game is still very much in the balance. And the Fusion have been better over the last 10 minutes or so than they have most of the rest of the game.
Slow it down, spread out, rest on the ball.
Means puts it out of play. Substitute Aislinn McGuire has been an option here down the left. Now she's allowing Witterick to run onto it, and it's out of play for a throw. Witterick has moved to a central striker role, and Tori Paul has dropped back into midfield in earnest. Paul had been dropping back midfield on occasion in the first half, but really maintained her central striker role for most of it. Now she's back in more of a midfield position. And of course, as I say that, off the ball, Paul now shades back to her striker spot, and Witterick moves back into a number 10 position.
Good McKenna. Good McKenna.
Yeah.
Big boot from Hamner. It's taken away by Wake FC. Good work by Fuska. She's been much more influential since moving into midfield from her fullback role on the left. Deep ball out of reach for Gabriel. Going to get a substitution for the Fusion. Kennedy Jan will come on for Tori Paul. Paul's worked hard at the head of that attack. This will see Witterick move up forward into the striker role, and Jan will take the place at the number 10. I say number 10, it's really more of a 4-3-3, so not a traditional number 10, but
Good, Kai. Hold it down. Let's go. Hold it down, Blue.
still does look like she is positioned ahead of
Give them space in front of you.
both Fuska and Hoschek.
Recycle the ball. Recycle it.
So the Fusion playing with a number 10 up the middle and two number 8s. Bit more of an attacking midfield configuration, which has seen them gain a little bit more influence. And they call that to Wake FC, which is a bit surprising because it looked like Jan was the one who was fouled. Instead, Wake given the free kick. Here's an opportunity to attack down the left, and great defending by Katie Lowe to get that out of danger. Booted away again.
Move the ball, girls. Be patient. Move the ball. Spread out.
No room to send this into the penalty area. Dominguez just trying to find an option. No, really good skill by Gabby Hoschek to keep possession there for the Fusion. Just pop the ball up over the defender. Jan now on the ball. Got it from Gabriel. And a slip on the far side is unlucky for the Fusion. Witterick had filtered out wide. Just lost her footing. 20 minutes to go in this game. Fusion still have not been able to find a goal or a really good opportunity on net. It has been tough sledding for the home side today in midfield, and the buildup has been quelled for much of this game. On the ball now. Low. To the far side, Moser. Forward.
Fine. Safe, Blue.
And it's a
safe.
throw.
Get back in their half. Watch the thrower, Sid. Showed it. Feel her pressure. Use it against her. Simple girl. Simple.
Now it's Wake FC's turn to cycle possession around the back. Haven't seen that from them in a while. The possessional dominance that Wake FC enjoyed through the later stages of the first half has gone away somewhat as this Fusion midfield has taken a more aggressive approach to this game. Given away almost in midfield. Here's Jan able to keep possession under heavy pressure. Referee calls advantage as Jan was fouled, but he let it play on. Now it's going to come back at the Fusion. Down the left side, good step by Victoria Moser. Ended that chance. Deep up the middle by Fuska. Giving her team a chance to run onto that. Necessary tackle.
All right, guys. We got you. We got you.
And Lowe is fouled by Della. And Della Peruta is incensed with that call. She was through on goal had she been able to keep possession there. It did look like things were getting a bit physical between the two of them. Good tackle by Means, but it comes to nothing, and she's slow to get up. Looked awkward. Here comes McGuire. McGuire forward. Gabriel's offside. The Fusion have been thwarted by the offside flag a few times here in the second half. Aaliyah Arndt stretching out in midfield.
She starts to come, maybe open up, and then you can slingshot right through and give her that space in behind you.
Up the left side goes Anissa Arndt. Now forward for Aaliyah. Aaliyah loses out. She thought she was fouled. Abby Wise not whistled. Instead takes possession away. Here's Jan, the substitute. Gives it away. Charging forward through the middle is Dominguez. And Dominguez is fouled. This will be a dangerous free kick for Wake FC and a yellow card issued to Abby Wise. Wise receives the third yellow card of the game and the second to Wake FC, or excuse me, to the Fusion. Dangerous set-piece opportunity for Wake FC. It's a bit tight to the penalty area, so it'll be tough to get this one up around the wall and then into the goal if that's how they decide to play this. Referee backs the wall up significantly. Fusion about halfway undercut the necessary 10 yards there. They're already cheating a little bit. Love the gamesmanship as part of this game. Referee didn't notice it, so it's legal. Shot! Deflected, goes out wide.
Come on, Blue. Take advantage. Try 2 or 3.
So off the free kick, they earn a corner. Fusion will certainly take that. Set-piece delivery just did not have the necessary pace and accuracy to get by the wall. Waters to take this. It'll be a right-footed outswinger. Fizz delivery, header over the bar. Excellent ball off the corner right to the head of a blue shirt sent out wide. That was Aaliyah Arndt, who is a physical presence in that penalty area. Here is Arndt again, forward for Della Peruta. Hold up play. Oh, just could not get it through. Now back to Della Peruta. Left-footed shot, did not pull the trigger. Wise right there physically battling with Della Peruta. She's been up to the task all game, has Abby Wise. And that cross rejected. Good switch. Marshaled out of play, though. And that's a corner. Referee says the ball hit the chest of Keely Copper. And a speculative switch of play results in a corner. They play the corner short. First time we've seen that. Della Peruta, horizontal cross out of play for a goal kick. Well, with about 13 minutes to go here in regulation, Wake FC leading 1-0 on the penalty, the end of the first half by Tori Della Peruta. Wake FC just clinging to their 1-goal lead. They did certainly deserve that through the run of play in the first half. The Fusion have looked a lot better here in the second half. Witterick wins the throw. If you're giving out game awards, which it might be a little early to do that, but closing down towards 10 minutes to go, certainly have to recognize the two midfielders for Wake FC who have been really dominant in this game. That's Nicole Waters and Aaliyah Arndt. They have had so much joy through the attacking third. And Shannon Leggard has been excellent defensively, but best player for NC Fusion unquestionably has been Abby Wise at center back, because this could have been a lot worse from a Wake FC attacking standpoint. Substitute Aislinn McGuire wins a free kick.
Draw your line with Dom. Mark up.
Gabby Hoschek will take this with her right foot. We'll try to loop this probably about to the penalty spot.
Ty in front of her. Ty, don't let her run in front of you. Run with her, girls.
And we'll see what happens from there. That's exactly where she puts it, right to the penalty spot and well defended. It'll come back at them, though. Oh, just a miss kick by Katie Lowe. Not sure what the idea was there. Stepping forward, shot, looped over the crossbar. Really good hit by Abby Fuska. Looking for the worldie from about 25, 30 yards out. Just not enough dip to get back under the woodwork. What a goal that would have been.
Get back, McKenna.
Threat's not over yet.
Bye, McKenna.
Fusion with good spell of possession here, but just can't get the ball forward for their attackers to get on the dribble. Good press by Gabriel. She wins the ball near the corner flag. She's got two defenders to deal with out there. Needs some kind of assistance, but may just want to win a throw or a corner. Can't get it done. Sometimes in that situation, your best option is just boot the ball off a defender. Now the flag is up. Oh, it went out of play for a throw. There we go. Witterick beaten to the ball.
Don't do it.
Good pressure here by the home side. Aren't winning the ball back. Good delivery for Della Peruta, but she just cannot get her feet to it. That was hard work by McKenna Dominguez. Big boot down the left for McGuire. The substitute on the ball down the left flank. Cuts back onto her right in the middle. Cross too far from Gabriel.
We're not ready. We'll get you next time.
Substitutions being readied for the Fusion. Kate Duffy and Ayla Vanias are ready to come in. Good step by the Fusion defense. And now McGuire on the ball. Through the middle this time. Filters out wide right. Poked away by Anessa Arndt. And a foul on the far touchline will give the Fusion what is essentially a corner here with 8 minutes to go, still trailing a 0-0. This will be a driven delivery. Well, I thought so. I think that's what she was trying to. Punched away. Ball around. Still loose and now sent away. Referee has a foul. A lot of pushing and shoving in there. And now we will get the substitutes. Duffy and Vanus to come on. We'll see who exits.
Can I get some ice? I'll be back.
Looks like Haschek and Wise were the ones to come off. Wise looked gassed when she came off the field. They've been working very hard along that back line. See how the Fusion set up with their substitutes on the field. Still needing a goal. Charging forward into the attack. A lot of numbers blocked off, and Fusion called for the foul. I believe that's Aaron Gabriel is whistled. Wake FC taking it quick. 6.5 to go.
No, probably. I have an appointment.
Dominguez. Left-footed delivery forward. Waters can give chase. She still has legs after all this time. Here's Della Peruta. Shot across the face. Cleared away momentarily. And to the turf goes Garcia. Referee lets that go. Dicey challenge from McGuire. But the ball had gotten away from Garcia already. And likely gave a little bit of credit to McGuire. Physical challenge, but a heavy touch for Garcia. She's not going to win a penalty doing that. Garcia the first to that goal kick, though. Della Peruta back to goal. Hayes. Garcia into the middle. Now to the right for Means. Horizontal ball. Hayes. One-on-one with the defender. Worked wide. Back to Means. Into the middle. Here's a chance for a shot. Arndt can't take it because she's closed down by a defender. It's still going to come back at the Fusion. Into the middle from Garcia. Out and away. Not cleared yet. Garcia gets back on the ball. Here's Means again. 5 minutes to go. Wake FC looking for another left-footed curler off the crossbar. McKenna Dominguez comes oh so close to putting this game away. Not a lot of space for that shot, and somehow Dominguez not only almost got it on frame, but produced a really high-quality effort with a lot of bend. 4 minutes to play. Wake FC 2-on-3. Right-footed effort, not going to do it. Option there for Della Peruta probably was to square it for Garcia. Very, very tight angle for that shot. Leggert wins a foul as she's bulldozed to the turf on an aerial duel. And a substitute, the first substitute of the game for Wake FC with 4 minutes to go. Kylie Morris will come on. She will replace Aaliyah Arndt, who has faded a bit here as the game has gone on, but played admirably through the entire first half, and really the first hour of this game was heavily influential, and now takes a seat on the bench. The Wake FC bench is noticeably thin. There are a couple of substitutes who are warming down near the corner flag, but not a lot of options. That's the first substitution of the game for them. Three minutes to go before the Fusion can think about looking for an equalizer. They have to win the ball back. Now they've got possession and can break. They do so with pace. Good ball for Jan. Here comes the substitute, Kennedy Jan, down the left, substitute to substitute. Here's McGuire. McGuire cutting onto the right, has space for a shot. Now she's closed down, and the ball goes wide for a goal kick. Took maybe an extra touch there. There was space for the shot after McGuire cut onto her right, but she took one or two extra touches to her right to try and get a little more central, and that allowed the defense to recover. 2 minutes to go. No reason for Wake FC to rush this. Emily Earls has had very little to do throughout this game. Fusion win it back. Through the middle, here's Jan. Once again, Jan down to the right now for Witterick. Left-footed cross. Off the foot of a defender, just trying to muck it up here are the Fusion. Jan sends it back. Minute and a half to go. Duffy, the substitute, gets by a defender. Cross into the middle, just out of reach of Vanus. Inches wide of her head. And out of play for a goal kick. Just over a minute to go, and the Fusion comes so close to an equalizer. Earls takes this goal kick with exactly 60 seconds on the clock. Wake now back into their shape. A low block here to defend for the final 60 seconds. Into the middle, stopped by a blue shirt, right back at him. Means has it. Homeside screams for a handball. Referee lets them play. McGuire. 25 or 35 seconds to go. McGuire defended hard. Has to send it back. Copper. McGuire again. And the ball is still, but the offside flag is up. 20 seconds to go. That may be it for the Fusion. Regulation has expired. We'll see what the referee does with this. Not many stoppages here in the second half, but a couple of substitutions to contend with as the train goes by. Back to the goalkeeper, Earls, and she will take her time. Vanus has to press. And Earls picks it up. Fusion continue to push. McGuire with that cast on her left arm. Out of play. Copper couldn't handle it. Substitution will be coming for Wake FC as they defend in large numbers. Ellie McDonald and Raven Davis are coming onto the game. McDonald and Davies replace McKenna Dominguez and Sydney Garcia, both of whom worked very, very hard, especially in the second half. Means with the throw. Fusion have got to go. Heavy touch off the chest. Della Peruta presses hard, but it's a Fusion throw. Nearing 2 minutes of added time. See how much more the referee adds. Headed out by McDonald. Fusca. Copper. Right-footed boot forward. Headed centrally, but there's nobody there to pounce. Jan gets it, and she wins a free kick. Deep in stoppage time here, over 2 minutes having been played already. Kennedy Jan wins the free kick. No reason for the Fusion to take this quickly. They will want to take their time and set this up properly. They know it's probably already last chance saloon. Don't want to rush this. Standing over it is the substitute Kate Duffy. Referee sets the wall. Have to imagine Duffy's going to go for goal here. It's a bit tight to loop this in for an attacker. She'll send this in, put it on frame, and hope for maybe a rebound. Duffy loops it just over the crossbar, and that is full time. Wake FC with a 1-0 victory, their first points of the season. It comes on a 43rd minute penalty from Tori Della Peruta. A hard-fought victory by Wake FC and a well-earned one. They were clearly the better side in the first half and finally cashed in 2 minutes before halftime on the penalty from Della Peruta. It was pretty even Stevens throughout the final 45 minutes. The Fusion improved mightily after the break, but really struggled to handle the press of Wake FC. And the Fusion, as the game went on, built into the game more and more and more and really pushed for an equalizer, just could not find the really key moment. Hardly even tested Emily Earls in truth when it's all said and done. The 1-0 victory for Wake FC on the goal by Della Peruta from the penalty spot. Thanks so much for joining us here in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Hey, at least you did as much warm-up as you possibly could. You're used to those, right? Yes. Okay, good. So I was like, if not, I have regular scissors.
No, last time somebody gave me this, I cut a chunk out of my skin.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I literally unrolled it. Oh. You're welcome. Safe travel. Don't let your family work make you work too hard. phone, or you just want to take it?
I will take it. You want my hands?
Sorry, I had a blonde moment. What'd you say?
I'll take it off.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. I've been
Probably
up.
me being quiet.
No, I've been up since at work since 7:30, so it's definitely a me thing. I heard you, and then I was like, I definitely confused in my brain.
Good job, girls.
Love it.
That was for Scott, too. Everybody gets to ride it home today. Proud of you. Good job. Yes.
Good work, ladies.
That's usually how it works. We play defense, but otherwise we can get it.
One of them will know. And it'll be me, so.
Freshman year.